So, good day, Miss. So, I am Gisela Bimar Nanyala, and today I will be performing the Eent Assessment. So, first is we will be going to explain the procedures to the patient. Sir, it is for us to test your Eent if you have any problems. And then after that, we will wash our hands and provide privacy and also gather all the equipments. So the first assessment is the assessment of the eyes, which is we'll be inspectioning the eyelids and eye lowers for position, appearance, and blinking. Next is we will be going to observe the position and alignment of the eyes for clarity and of the eyes. And then we'll be inspectioning the conjunctiva for color, texture, and presence of lesions. And then after that, we will be inspectioning the bulbar conjunctiva for color, texture, and presence of lesions. After that, we'll be inspectioning the palpebral conjunctiva for everting eyelids, and we'll be inspectioning the sclera for color. Conjunctiva and sclera for color. After that, we will be inspectioning the cornea for the appearance. After that, we will be assessing for perla, which is pupil equally round, reactive to light accommodation. After assessing the perla, we will be inspectioning the lens for clarity and texture. We will be asking the patient to look straight. The next step is that we'll be inspectioning and palpating the lacrimal gland, lacrimal apparatus for appearance and response to pressure. After inspecting and palpating the lacrimal gland, we will be checking the distance vision while using a challenge chart test 20 feet away from the client. So, sir, can you read this?
E F B D O Z L P E D B E C F D E D F C G P F E L O P Z D D E F P O T E C L E F O D P C T F D F L T C E O P L Z O L C F P G.
Sir, can you kapumatang imong mata kagbasa mo taliwat?
I can speak English. E DOZ, LPED, PECFD, EDFCZP, FALOPZD, DEFPOTEC, LEFODPCT, FDPLTCEO, PLZOLCFPD.
Sabi ako naman sa
EFP, DOZ, LPED, PECFD, ADF, FCZP, FELOPZD, DEFPOTEC, LEFODPCT, DDPLTCEO, PLZOLCFTD.
So after checking the distance vision, we will be checking the peripheral vision of the client. After checking the peripheral vision of the client, we will be checking the accommodation and then checking for extraocular movement. So sir, you will be focusing on this pen and I will be moving it. Dapat ang imo lang mata ang masunod sa pen. Sundan mo nga. So after that, we'll be checking the corneal reflex, and then check the direct and indirect corneal pupil response. So I already performed it, and then after that, we will be checking the abdominal movement using the cover and uncover patch test. So sir, can you hold this? I will be holding this. Next assessment is the assessment of the ears. We will be inspectioning the external ear for size, shape, lesion, and color. After inspectioning the external ear, we will be palpating the external ear. And then we will be palpate the mastoid for tenderness, temperature, and edema. We'll first palpate the external ear. And then we will be palpating the mastoid. After that, we will be inspecting the auditory canal for cerumen and appearance and tenderness. After that, we will be inspectioning the tympanic membrane for color, consistency, and landmark. that, we will be assessing the growth and hearing ability. So first is we will be assessing for the lateralization of sound, which is we'll be going to perform a Weber test. We will be away from the patient and we will be whispering a number to the patient. Sir, inang ma-whisper ko tapos ihamba mo kung ano akong hinambala. Hindi, tulog ko dito.
1, 4, 8, 6, 7.
After that, we will be assessing a comparison of air conduction to the bone. We will be performing the Rhine test. So I don't have a tuning fork. So the last step in assessment of the ears is we'll be performing the Rumberg test. We'll be letting the patient stand up, and then we'll be letting the patient close his eyes. And then we will be letting the patient open his eyes. Sir, you can open your eyes. You can now sit down, sir. So that's it for the assessment of the ears. So the next step in the assessment of the Eent assessment is the assessment of the nose, mouth, and throat. So first we will be inspectioning the open and closed mouth for symmetry and alignment. Sir, can you open and close your mouth? Open, sir. Open and close. So the next step is that we will be wearing gloves and inspect and palpate for lips, color, and consistency. So assuming that I have a gloves, we will be inspectioning and palpating the lips for color and consistency. So after that, we will be inspectioning the buccal mucosa for color landmarks. We will be using a pen light and a tongue depressor to retract the lips and the cheeks. So we will be using a pen light and a tongue depressor. Sir, can you open? So after that, we will be we will be letting the patient retract the lips and inspect and palpate the gums for color and consistency. Sir, can you retract your lips? So after that, we will be inspectioning and palpating the teeth for the number and the position and the color. After that, we will inspect to protrude the tongue for symmetry, texture, movement. Can you say? After that, we will be inspectioning the ventral surface of the teeth for color and landmark. We will be asking the patient to touch the roof of his mouth. Ang imo lang tila ay meron na kami. After that, we will be inspectioning and palpating the sides of the tongue for color and lesion. We will be holding the gauze of the client's tongue. After that, we will be inspectioning the hard and soft palate for color and consistency. And after inspectioning it, we will be inspectioning the oropharynx for color and landmarks. We will be letting the patient say after that, we will be inspectioning the external of the nose. Observing the external of the nose, gale, and then we will be inspectioning the internal of the nose for appearance and landmarks. After that, we will be palpating the external nose for firmness. And after palpating it, we will be palpating for sinuses. After that, we will be percussing the sinuses for resonance. So that's it for the EENT assessment.